welcome back to episode 2 of Nosebleeders. Today we have my special friend Benji. We're gonna be giving you TikTok God. We're gonna give you all the winners this week. Usually we'd have Andrew on, but he's not feeling so good. He's under the weather. That's fine.
Flu game.
Yeah, he has a flu game, but he doesn't want to, participate. I don't blame him. He has finals. We have finals. We're just irresponsible students at this point. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, I have a paper due at midnight, and so far, got like 3 words in. So, but it's all right. At least my picks are good.
Exactly.
My picks are good.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's give you guys the winners. We're going to talk about week 14 right off the rip. Actually, no. We should talk about last week and how it went last week, right? With all the games.
Last week was week 14.
Yeah, so week 14. Yeah, let's talk about it. I have the spreadsheet right here. Obviously Thursday night did not go my way. I picked Dallas pretty high, and then
Bears.
Yeah, you had the Bears.
See, my picks are correct.
Yeah, and then the Cleveland game we all had red because of the push. Ravens game, blowout. It was low scoring. Ravens, they're looking so good. I don't know when they're gonna lose. I don't know if they're gonna. Are they gonna lose again this regular season?
Do you know who their future matchups are?
Yeah, we can look. Actually, this week they play the Jets. Your Jets.
Yeah. All right,
goddamn Jets.
Fuck it. They got Browns next week. I mean,
yeah.
It'll be more difficult than the Jets. Week 17. Where are the?
Next game we had the Falcons.
The
the Steelers. Oh.
The only team I think they can realistically lose to is the Steelers. However, Lamar Jackson's been going off. I mean, like Mark Ingram in the backfield too. The receivers have been pretty good, and as well as like honestly just the defense. Like that whole Ravens team, no one really expected them to go all out. They expected them to win the division, no doubt, but just to go all out necessarily.
100%.
This is a pretty good team. Definitely someone to look into in the contendership for the Super Bowl, but I don't know, man. Playoff time's a pretty big deal.
That's fair point. Falcons game, we knew that game pretty well, it looks like. And then Green Bay is terrible. The Redskins almost won this game outright. You had the Packers winning by 12.5. Were you shocked?
I thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna have a picnic, but clearly, I underestimated the Redskins, I guess. But I still feel like they should change their team name. Very offensive, and as well as the Packers being offensive to me as well. So
the Redskins need to change their team name.
This whole team just offended me. I'm very upset with it. I still think the Packers are going to win the NFC North. Like, I don't care if they win by 2 points every single time going forward. They're still pretty dominant within that.
Yeah, I also think the Packers will win the North. That is interesting, though, because the Packers suck. I think they suck. Next game, we had the Texans. Texans suck. I thought they were good when they beat the Pats.
Drew Lock is
it's Drew Lock. It's Drew Lock.
It's Drew Lock. It's 100% Drew Lock.
Drew Lock at a Mizzou.
Fuck himself over. Vic Fangio's job is saved because of Drew Lock. Drew Lock is the key. He is the lock and the key. He is the GOAT.
I hope that's not a cold take. Yeah, exactly. We'll remember this, and if Drew Lock sucks
Good.
All right.
I already just copped a Drew Lock jersey. We're cooking, baby. You see what happened when I got a Minshew jersey? Minshew's now the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. Drew Lock's our guy.
All right, so then the next game we had the Vikings. They crushed the Vikings. I thought the Lions were better than what they really are. I thought when they played the Bears, the Lions looked pretty good with Blau. I liked Blau.
Let me tell you, NFC, Lions are my team. Then Stafford got hurt. Kerryon Johnson got hurt. So ever since I said the Lions are my team, it's just been a shit show. It's happened to me in the AFC with the Jets. So honestly, I feel like I'm the bad luck charm. Don't expect the Lions to win any more games. They'll have a good draft pick. Maybe get Calvin Johnson like the 3rd or something. Maybe. I don't know. Just ultimately, Lions are not having a great time. They looked so dominant in the beginning.
I know, it's crazy.
I thought that was a team,
I'm with you. And I should probably mention how the spreadsheet works. On the top line, it is the money line pick, so who we think is going to win outright, and then on the right you see like the spread and the team, and then so the game underneath is the spread and like what we think is more or like more likely to happen. So like we can't use the same number twice in the same category, spread and money line, and then we total up all the points, and then we see who wins the week and who had the best picks with their confidence level and whatnot. So
and then the one underneath, that's the one that fucks me over every week.
the spread,
money line, I'm a fucking god.
Yeah.
You get me on the spread.
Hey,
just a number.
I went 13 for 16 on my money line picks, but we'll get into that later. The next game we had was the Saints game, absolute heartbreaker in New Orleans.
I had 49ers.
I know you had the Niners.
I had the 49ers. 49ers are one of the greatest teams to ever play the game.
Okay.
Jimmy Garoppolo, God, next Tony Romo.
Okay. Let me tell you something.
That NFC Championship, 49ers.
Go on.
Blowing the shit out of the Saints.
No. Here's the thing. Bottom line is the Saints defense has to get better. Before this game, the Niners were supposed to have the best defense in the league, like first and second, all the NFL like rankings when it comes to defense. The Saints blew their defense away. Absolutely terrible, but I can't be a hypocrite. Both sides, terrible defense. Garoppolo looked really good. I think he's a very legit quarterback. Eastern Illinois, shout out. Yeah, but the Saints, they got a lot of work to do. I think they can bounce back big time with the Monday Night Football game against the Colts. Really looking forward to that game. But anyways, we got the Jets game. Very controversial call at the end of the game. Andrew hated it. But me and Benji, rolling out with the 2 points for the Jets. He loves to talk about how if the Dolphins went outright, then he'd win this week. I don't give a fuck. Okay. So next, Bucks, Colts. Oh, you want to talk about the Jets game? Oh yeah, you're a Jets fan. Yeah, you're a Jets fan.
Go back to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
As a Jets fan, this is the worst thing we could possibly see. Sitting at the 9th pick right now, I want to blow my brains out. This happens every fucking season. For fuck's sakes, I want a Jamal Adams at pick 5 again. Okay. I want a Sam Darnold who's a future franchise quarterback. We cannot start winning games. I don't care if we're at home. I don't care if we have black jerseys. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care if we're going against a division rival. The only rival I fucking care if we ever win against is the Patriots. Fuck it. Go 2, or what you call it, just have 2 wins throughout the entire season. As long as you're beating the Patriots the first time and the second time, that's all the game prep you need. That's all the game plan you need. I will be a happy fan as long as we beat the Patriots twice. Okay.
Is there some significance to the Patriots? Is there someone on the line that maybe you and a friend had a bet on? You want to talk about that?
You want me to talk about? Okay, yeah. So I got a bet with one of my buddies back home. Shout out to Sam. The bet is so this happened my junior year. The bet was if the Patriots win the next 8 games. So he said within the next 4 years, if the Jets win once, he has his name as first kid after me. Whereas if the Patriots fucking go 8-0 in the 4 seasons, then I have to name my kid Sam. Fast forward, it's been 3 seasons and the Patriots are 6-0.
Not looking good.
Next season, dude, I might be booking a trip to New England or New York just to ensure that my first kid isn't named Sam, girl or boy. In his case, Benji, terrible girl name. Honestly, I fucking love it, but he doesn't. Yeah. So I ultimately just get to pick the name, which is, okay, I guess. But if it's a guy, oh man, Benji Hancock, that's a beautiful name, let me tell you.
Yeah. So we had the Bucks. Bucks won by 3, so no one covered in the spread here. The Colts, I thought they were legit. Maybe they're not legit anymore. They're kind of an interesting team. They could come back, but not next week. They're playing the Saints. They're going to get blown out. It's going to be a human luck burial, maybe by 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, maybe 4. The Saints defense better come out in that game and show off. But not much from that game. A takeaway. The Chargers.
One thing to take away from that game: Jameis Winston right now is about the same as Peyton Manning was at this time.
Jameis Winston,
which is kind of messed up in my opinion.
Jameis Winston is very good. He's in the top 10 quarterback list. He is. I love Winston. Winston is an over machine. He will score points. He will give your team a chance to win the game every time because he puts up 30, 40 points a game. If he has an elite Patriots defense, the Bucks are 16-0. Next, Chargers at the Jaguars. The Jaguars suck. They suck.
No. It's the Jaguars minus Gardner Minshew. Sucks.
Minshew. Oh, so Minshew's good. Minshew started. He sucks.
Minshew's the one.
Minshew sucks.
No. Minshew's the one that's going to carry this team for the franchise. Nick Foles is the reason it's falling down. You put so much money, and your team has so much confidence in this guy, and ultimately he just fucks up even more. He's a playoff player. He shows up in the playoffs. He wins
What is he talking about?
That's it. Nick Foles only wins Super Bowls, all right? Gardner Minshew's going to win this team games. The issue is the Jags from back then when they had Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, that amazing defense, as well as their offense that was pretty good, actually. And then ultimately got rid of Allen Hurns, Allen Robinson. They got rid of everybody, pretty much. Yeah. Leonard Fournette's an injury-prone player, and Minshew's the only person on this team. DJ Chark, he has a buy off that. I mean, you can't blame it on him. But everyone else on that team, ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Fucking put him in the XFL. Couldn't even think of the fucking league. Put him in the XFL. Jaguars, XFL champions. But this is the NFL. You need a good team. You need Gardner Minshew. You need a future, and the Jags don't have it. That's my opinion. That's my take.
Next game was the Chiefs-Pats. Chiefs was my mortal lock. Chiefs +3 came through. Chiefs are very hot all of a sudden. Mahomes is looking very good. I had him at double 16s. You had him at 12. Pats, yeah, you had the Pats. I had the Chiefs. I love the Chiefs in this game. And some would say that the Pats got screwed over. I wouldn't say so.
They deserved it.
Yep.
Even though I was rooting for
I know he stepped out of bounds and all that, or he didn't step out of bounds. I don't care. The Pats are bad. They are bad. They lost their first home game in, I think, two seasons, I think, at home.
It was like
first
21 games.
Yeah, 21 games. So that's pretty impressive nonetheless. Steelers won. We saw that game coming from a mile away. I just had them at a lot more points. Not much takeaway from that besides the fact that Murray is the most sacked quarterback in the league, even though he's very mobile. I think that's really interesting. But you brought up a good point. He's mobile, but he might not get past the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I get that. I don't really care. Yeah. The Titans, I had them outright. No one else saw that coming.
Ryan Tannehill's the goat.
Tannehill gave me 28 fantasy points. No one cares about your fantasy team, but I'm just saying he put up big numbers in that game.
We're called the bye week. My fantasy team name is now the bye week. We got 3 wins, and we lose to everybody. So.
Yeah, so, and then the next game, I had Rams outright for no reason, just because, to be a little different. I had more points on the Seahawks, but I chose the Rams correctly. That was big for me. I needed that. That was huge. You lost a lot of points from that, 15 and 16. The Seahawks, that spread was even. I could not believe it. It feels like the Seahawks should have just blown away that game. That's why you picked the Rams in that game. It makes no sense to pick the Seahawks. I mean, it makes the most sense to pick the Seahawks when it's even. Seahawks are playing great. They're 9-2, 10-2, or whatever it was, and they just lost that game. Rams are looking really good all of a sudden. The NFC is stacked. The NFC East is the only reason why, the conference is so good. And then Monday Night Football, obviously last night we had the Eagles over the Giants in overtime. That was my, as you would say, the portal game to a first place victory in this week. So the totals came out to, I had 110 money line points, Andrew with 83, you with 95, and then in the spread I had 71. Andrew killed the spread at 95 points, and you had 38 in the spread.
Wait for my big number.
38 points in the spread for Benji. That is not good. I had 181 total, and then Andrew with 178, you with 133. Total, I am up 6, 1,329 to 1,323, and you have 1,304. It's going to be a really exciting playoff, coming down. Yeah. So, yeah, really briefly, let's go over who's hot and who's cold. Looking at the board, you had the Niners really high. Obviously, me and Andrew are big Saints fans, so I mean, I'm not gonna really count that game. I'm gonna root for my own team, But I'm gonna say who's cold. It's you right now in the spread. Eagles 13, Seahawks 16, Pats 12, Browns 10. Not a good week for you in the spreads.
It makes sense. A lot of the stuff that I was going for, I typically I'm always the one that's kind of like the outsider. I make some moves that are very questionable. I always get shafted on them, and then all of a sudden it turns out. Well, I made a lot of those picks this week. Even though you guys were giving me shit up for the 49ers beating the Saints, I still got shat for what was it? Eagles spread.
Yeah, you
Packers spread. I don't know. I really thought a lot of those games were going to be blowouts. This week was pretty rough. This is not a typical week for me either. Definitely something to reflect on. Luckily finals are going to get wrapped up. I'm going to talk to my mom and dad figure out my life decisions and where I want to take it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
For sure. So let's go over week 15. We have the Jets at the Ravens. This is a Thursday night football game. The spread for this game is 14.5 favoring Baltimore, and the over-under is at 45. Is there any game you want to touch on and put them in your card?
Oh boy.
I mean, you're a Jets fan, I'm going to. Gosh, 14.5 is a lot of points to cover in the NFL, but the Ravens have been rolling. I'm gonna take the
ass, dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame you. I would actually take that.
But all of a sudden, if it was at Jets, I think I like the Jets in this game. But I think when the Jets are away, especially in Ravens country, that is a tough place to play. I'm going to take the Ravens in the points, but I'm not very confident on this game. But I want it on my card. And the total, I don't know, because the Jets are weird, man. And you know this. You're a Jets fan. You know it firsthand.
What typically happens, you get like 4 games where you just get absolutely shafted, and then we get 1 game against a playoff team where we actually do good. This might be the playoff team we do good, but ultimately, you look back on it, Cowboys weren't really that good. That was one of the playoff teams we won. Who else did we? Redskins, Giants. I mean, I don't know. They're hot and they're cold. Ultimately, a lot of it's just management issues as too, and it really reflects on the team as well.
For sure.
And that Ravens team is fucking good, dude.
Yep. The next game we have is Patriots at Bengals, and obviously we know all about the Bengals scandal. Belichick says he has nothing to do with it.
Bullshit.
You say bullshit.
This is every year, dude.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It's at Bengals.
Bullshit.
The spread for this game is 9.5, and the total is 40.5. What do you like?
All right. Well, New England's offense kind of fucking ass cheeks. Not gonna lie. Bengals kind of hot. I mean, they're coming off the win against the Jets as well as it was a close game against the Browns. Let's be real. It's closer than it typically should be. You have OBJ and Jarvis Landry, even Baker Mayfield. He's a decent quarterback, and I definitely thought that was more of a blowout. But honestly, if you look at the Bengals throughout this entire season, a lot of them have been having really close games. I'm pretty unconfident about it, though. In terms of just spread, honestly, might just play it safe and go Patriots.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Patriots money line, facts.
Well, yeah, we know this. There's no way Patriots lose 3 in a row. I think the Patriots are going to come out really hot. They're going to look like they have an offense all of a sudden. Everyone's going to be talking about it again. I like the Patriots. I think they're going to win by a lot. I know the Bengals keep it close, and it's at Bengals. I don't care. Give me the over 40.5. And the New England spread. So I'll take New England and the spread. So you're taking New England in that game, you said? Yeah.
I'm going to take New England, but I'm not sure about the over.
Yeah.
I'm going to take under.
You want on your card, the under?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Keep track of that?
Yeah, keep track of that. Next game, I'll go over it while you write that down. We have the Bucks at the Lions. It is Winston versus David Blau. This total is set at 47.5.
Winston.
It's the over! It's the over! Over! This is my NFL Mortal Lock of the Week. It's the over 47.5. Give me the over. Just give me the over. Tampa's favored 3.5. What do you like in this game?
Oh my gosh. 3.5? Dude, I feel like Tampa Bay's gonna fucking destroy that. I mean, the Lions fucking blow.
Screw it. Give me Tampa minus 3.5 too. Give me Tampa minus 3.5 and the over 47.5.
Wait, what was the under for New England again? It was 44.5.
No, 40.5.
40.5. Okay, it was even better.
You taking the over in that?
No, I was taking the under in New
Oh,
England.
okay. And under 40.5?
Under 48.5 for this one. You think it's gonna go over?
For the Patriots game? No, I didn't touch it.
Lions Bucks.
Lions Bucks over 47.5. That is my NFL lock of the week.
Dude, the Lions.
It is a lock. No, it's at Detroit. I love the Lions in this game. David Blau is going to be slinging it. It's going to be a shootout, 45-42.
No, dude, 7 points and 22 points.
No.
That's all he's put up, bro. That's all. And the 22 points was against the Bears. Honestly, Bucks I think might be even considered a better team than the Bears, in my opinion. The Bears have just been garbage, but they've been lucky quite a lot.
Next game, we have the Bears at the Packers. Green Bay's favored 4.5 points.
Speaking of
The
Bears.
over-under
Speaking of
is
Bears.
40.5. Who do you like in this game?
It's at Lambeau too.
Correct.
Oh my. Well, okay. Also, you got to think. First time they played, dude, it was like what, 10-3.
Yes, I think so.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
That's why the over-under is 40.5. That's so low.
That it's very low, but I see why.
Correct.
Um,
I'm going to give you my pick first. The hungry dog runs faster. I always bet against the Bears every week, and I lose money. Take the Bears against the spread, plus 4.5. I'm not touching the total here because both teams suck in the offensive game. I think the Green Bay are having big problems, and Mitch might throw 0 touchdowns. I don't know, but give me the Bears in the points. I think they keep it close. Green Bay looks terrible.
Green Bay looks terrible, but I definitely think the fact that you're looking at Bears winning back-to-back games is pretty outrageous. I mean,
Hungry dog runs faster. Packers don't need this win as much as the Bears.
No. This is a two. They're on a 2-game win streak, right? They beat the Cowboys, or no. Who they beat? They beat the Lions. Okay. Obviously, you're gonna beat the Lions. Everyone's gonna beat the fucking Lions. All right. The next week, they beat the Cowboys. Cowboys aren't that good. Basically, have the same record as the Bears. I mean, now you're playing a better team in the Packers. Honestly, to be fair, the Redskins have been getting hot. I'll fully admit that. The Redskins have been getting hot. So for this Packers team to lose by like that much, or not, to win by that much.
Is or isn't asking a lot. Who do you like? Or you like the over-under? Maybe you want to touch a total. Or maybe no game at all. 40.5.
Or like the...
40.5. 40.5, yeah. 21-20 would be an over.
I would say under.
Okay. Next game, we have the Texans at the Titans. The Titans are so hot. Texans are coming off a gross loss.
Titans.
See, now...
I cannot stress that enough.
Yes, it's Titans minus 2.5. The reason why I don't like this game is because it makes so much sense to pick the Titans in this game at home. I don't like this game. Over-under is at 50. That's very high. I almost...
50?
Yes,
It's under.
50.
It's under.
You think it's under?
A lot of the shit I'm doing is under. Dude.
It can happen. Listen, this game is... I don't know this game yet. I think...
Wait, hey,
I like
Isn't this for the division?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, dude, Titans are looking pretty good. Ever since
With
benching
Tannehill.
Mariota,
No. Yeah, exactly. When
ever
Tannehill's
since
in...
benching him, best decision they ever had. And honestly, if Tannehill gets hurt, guess what? They got a backup quarterback in Mariota. Mariota, not a bad quarterback either. I mean, could not to the extent of like the win streak that Tannehill has. Plus, like Tannehill's been using his offense a lot more, like with Derrick Henry. I mean, you also got Corey Davis, a wide receiver too.
Right.
I mean, there's nobody really impressive on this offense that can really help you, but they got a great O-line. Honestly, their defense has been playing up to par as well. Great cornerbacks with Logan Ryan in there. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. This Titans team's looking pretty good. This Texas team's already took a blow with J.J. Watt getting hurt. Very questionable with their running back. Duke Johnson's been doing pretty good for the Texans. Watson, on and off, especially last week, was definitely off. Dude, Titans, I think, might be one of the hottest teams in the AFC to get a playoff spot this year.
All right. Yeah, so you're taking the Titans. I think I'll take the Titans as well. 2.5 points. Next game is Broncos at Chiefs. Broncos are looking hot, but so are the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 10 points.
Lock. See what I did there? Lock. Fucking Christ. Drew Lock is the guy. He is going to carry the Broncos over this game. I think the Broncos are actually a legitimately big deal. Had phenomenal first half last week, and I believe that they could carry that with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are definitely going to be a way tougher team, but the Chiefs had just won the division. They literally probably don't even care about what happens next. They know that they're in the playoffs. They're just playing for seeding now. I definitely feel like the Broncos are a team that you can't really sleep on. Plus, like 9.5, dude.
10.
It's 10.
10.
ESPN says 9.5.
Well, on my ESPN it says 10. We'll say it's 10. Actually, we'll say it's 9.5. Say it's 9.5.
All right. So, but either way, dude, Broncos seem like a pretty big deal. Definitely gonna take the Broncos on this one.
All right. Next game we have the Dolphins Giants. It is a tank bowl. No one cares about this game. Giants are favored minus Giants favored by 3.5. The over/under is 46.5. We'll go to you first.
Dolphins scored on all field goals last week. All field goals. Their kicker, and the Atlanta Falcons kicker could literally have a fucking game against each other, and I kid you not, it would be smart for the Falcons and the Dolphins to just kick field goals on first down. That's how accurate these kickers have been. For the Dolphins, all they do is kick. Kick.
So you like the under? 46.5?
Under 46.5, I'd say. Actually, that's, I don't know. I might go over on this because the Giants' offense as well, pretty decent. I mean, like, man.
I'm taking Miami plus 3.5. We'll go to the next game. Or you want to give a pick for that?
I got Giants.
Giants -1.5, 3.5 for the Benji. Put it on his card. Next game, we still have more noon games. It is Eagles at Redskins. Eagles are favored 4.5 points here. The over/under set at 40. Who do you like?
Would not surprise me if the Redskins win this one, but ultimately, Eagles, they had a horrible first half. Definitely had a greater second half, and they're playing for a playoff spot. The Eagles have everything going their way to make the playoffs. The only thing that's going against the Eagles is if they fuck up.
Yeah.
And honestly, this game, they could fuck up. They honestly could. But do I believe it? Not necessarily. This Redskins team has nobody to really play for. They're probably going to start tanking for draft picks as well. As you see, a lot of teams are ended up like losing a lot of their later games. Ultimately, I think the Eagles are going to win.
Yeah, I got 2 picks for this game. I'm going to take Redskins in the points, 4.5, and I also like the over 40. I think that's a good pick. Okay. Eagles are coming off, momentum in the second half in Philly. The Redskins are rolling with Haskins. I think they can put up numbers. So the over/under at 40, I'll take the over. Next game, we have Seahawks at Panthers. The Panthers suck. Seattle's favored 5.5 points. The over/under set at 48.
Which is fucking ridiculous. Only 5.5.
Correct.
Dude, man, what was the spread for? Or not the? Yeah, spread for Falcons and Panthers last week.
Panthers Falcons. It was 3.
Yeah, it was 3. Dude, this is even gonna be more of a blowout.
You like the Seahawks 5.5?
I love the Seahawks. I would marry the Seahawks right now. I'd get on my knees for Russell Wilson.
Okay,
Wisconsin, baby.
I actually like the Panthers at home here. I think this is going to shock a lot of people. I like Carolina plus 5.5.
Dude.
They could win this game outright. Seahawks are going to fall off. This is going to be the biggest shock of the week. Love the Panthers in this game. I'll take them in the points. Next game we have, it's a 3 o'clock game. Jags at the Raiders. This is the Raiders' last home game, I think. Oh, it's so sad. I'm going to miss all those crazy fans. I hope they travel to Vegas. The Oakland Raiders are favored. No, Raiders? Nah, I think they'll travel. Oakland's favored 6.5. The over-under set at 46. I'll go to you first. Who do you like?
Can I not pick this game? This game's fucking
That's fine. Trash. That's fine. We can skip over that if you want.
But in reality, Raiders look like the better team. Jags are pretty shit. Benji's going to have a fantastic game, 70 points in fantasy, though. But the Raiders are going to pull through. Yeah,
I like the Raiders minus 6.5 as well. I think they win by a touchdown, maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. I love the Raiders in that game. Next game, we have the Browns at the Cardinals. The Cardinals don't play very well at home. They're 1-5-1 at home. Browns are 2-4 away. Both teams, this is not made for them. Cleveland is favored in this game, 2.5 points. The over-under is set at 48. Who do you like?
Definitely Browns and...
I knew you'd ride with the Browns. You pick the Browns every week.
No, that's not true. But
that's true.
The reason, dude, you got to think about it, dude. They have a way better defense than some of the teams that the Cardinals end up playing. And you look at how much Kyler Murray has been sacked. That O-line is fucking garbage. They don't really have any receivers either for this Cardinals team. The only person that's making plays on this team is clearly Kyler Murray. But I feel like this Browns team has played so many quarterbacks where they only make plays. Like, Mason Rudolph when Juju was out. They're used to playing like these typical quarterbacks. Honestly, I just feel like the Browns are going to end up winning. I'm not sure about the over-under, though. That one I'm pretty unsure about necessarily.
Yeah. I'll take for sure. I'll take Arizona in the points plus 2.5. They got to win another home game. They almost won it last week. Arizona plus 2.5. Next game we have the Vikings at the Chargers. Minnesota's favored. Vikings are favored 2.5 points. The over/under is at 45. You like the Vikings in this game?
Oh yeah. Here's the thing. Chargers had a good week, but ultimately you have to look at this. with a lot of thought. The Chargers just played the Jags. The Jags are pretty shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Vikings can be shit on offense occasionally, especially with Kirk Cousins not getting any touchdowns. Shout out to him for blowing fantasy. However, ultimately with the Vikings, I definitely feel like they are a much better team than this Chargers team. I mean, even though the Chargers are like getting going and they're starting to get hot, it's far too late. I feel like the Vikings have a lot to play for. Even though it's at home for Chargers, I definitely feel like the Vikings are the pick.
I'm gonna pick the Chargers in this one. I love the Chargers game.
Dude.
Plus 2.5. Phillip Rivers coming off a big win. We all saw the viral clip of him with that Jags player. That was hilarious. I like the Chargers in this game. It makes no sense to pick the Chargers in this game. Like, it seems like Vikings will win this game in a blowout. That's exactly why I like the Chargers in this game. Put the Chargers on my card. Next game, we have the Rams at the Cowboys. LA Rams are favored 1 point. The over-under set at 49. We'll start with you.
Oh, boy. Two shit teams that actually have a chance to make the playoffs. Cowboys have something to play for, but I feel like they're going to choke. Jason Garrett's job's also on the line. I have a pretty good feeling Cowboys are going to choke. Rams, however, not the best team offensively. The only reason I feel like that they are 8-5 is just because of their defense. I mean, let's be real. You got Aaron Donald. You got a great D line. Cornerbacks have been playing really good. Littleton's been playing decent. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Rams are the pick in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking the Rams -1 in this game, and I love the under 49. I don't think it goes that high. The Cowboys can't score, and the Rams sometimes struggle with scoring. I know the Rams' offense has really been picking it up. I still like the under 49. Next game, we have the Falcons at the 49ers. The Niners are favored 11 points, and the over-under is set at 47.5. We'll go to you first.
All right, I'm going to just put a 16 on the spread. No, I'm joking, but definitely 49ers over Falcons on this one. Falcons, like, congrats, you had a picnic. But ultimately, this 49ers team is probably one of the best in the NFC. I definitely feel like that they are, like, I mean, you could compare them to the Saints and you could be like, oh, they're fucking horseshit. That's not the case. I mean, Jimmy G, when he was quarterback for the 49ers, he's been hot, had an injury, came back, and clearly now the 49ers are a different team. You also got Sherman as a defensive captain. I mean, he's taken this team by storm. You got Nick Bosa on the defensive end, too. I mean, I think they're just going to have a picnic on Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
Niners are the points?
I'm taking 49ers, but honestly, with that high of a spread, I don't know. Falcons have been getting blown out quite a bit. Honestly, I might actually take this spread.
Niners in the spread?
Maybe.
Okay, I like the Falcons +11 in this game. Niners just came off a huge win in New Orleans. They're not worried about this game. They're going to come in unprepared. The Falcons are going to blow them away. Falcons in the points. Take them in the points 11. I like the Falcons. Next game, we can add that to your card later if you want. Actually, you want to say it? You like San Francisco -11 or Atlanta?
I'm actually not going to put that on my
card.
card.
All right, not on your card.
No.
All right, Sunday Night Football, we have a great game. It's Buffalo Bills at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The total is very low. You might want to hop on this. Pittsburgh's favored 2 points, but the over-under is set at 36.5. Who do you like?
Over.
Yep.
And I'm definitely for the Bills. Bills are a very hot team. They're actually finally someone who could compete with the Patriots in this AFC East. I mean, let's be real. The Bills are the best team in New York. The Bills actually have a lot going for them. Josh Allen has been a phenomenal quarterback for this team. John Brown and Cole Beasley, the dynamic duo. Are you shitting me? Like, no one would have ever thought this, dude. I don't know, dude. It just seems like the Bills are the team to beat. There's not really anyone that stands out on the Steelers defense, as well as like, wait, Mason Rudolph, is he starting or no?
No, it'll be Doug Hodges.
Dude, fuck Doug Hodges. Dude, come on.
What?
Bills are the
Doug is insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Drew Lock is a better quarterback than Doug. I don't care what anybody says, dude.
No.
I'm telling you. No. Josh Allen is going to have a fucking picnic plus a Thanksgiving feast on this team, and it's the over. I mean, don't get me wrong. Steelers can get the over. Woo, congrats. Heinz Field. Josh Allen is going to take a Heinz bottle of ketchup, pour it on his dick, and shove it right in the Steelers' mouth, dude. Mike Tomlin can suck it.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to stop you right there. Everyone fade this man. Take the Steelers in this game. They're 5-2 at home. The Bills are 5-1 away. It's a good number, but I love Pittsburgh in this game. Duck Hodges is the future of the Steelers franchise. Take Pittsburgh. I'm the hottest picker in the spreads. It's Steelers all the way in this game. Bills, we'll give them a run for the money, but the Pittsburgh Steelers will come out at the end with a victory. Last game is Monday Night Football. Colts at Saints. New Orleans is favored 9 points. The over-under is set at 46. I love the Saints here. Obviously, I like the Saints every week. So it looks like we have an agreement there. So not much other than that. We're going to go on to college football. Any say in what the playoff rankings ended up being? LSU at number 1 and Ohio State at the 2. You have any opinions on that?
Wait, LSU is number 1?
LSU is number 1. Ohio State's number 2. So they're going to play Clemson. Clemson's favored by 2 points.
I love it. I absolutely love it. LSU has played a lot harder teams, more top 10 teams, more top 5 teams. LSU looking pretty hot too. I think they're the best team in college football. It's rightfully so they go against a 4 seed with Oklahoma. However, do not sleep on Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. I definitely believe that LSU is going to make it to the championship, and I do also believe that LSU
let me ask you
will
this.
win the championship.
LSU is favored 9.5 points. Is that right? For the Oklahoma game? Do you know, Andrew?
I thought it was 10.
10. Okay, 10 points. Let's say it's 10 points. LSU, Oklahoma. LSU obviously favored 10 points. Who do you like in that?
9.5. Oh, that's kind of a struggle. Dude, here's the thing. Big 12 football is totally different from the SEC. Seeing this time and time again. I mean, you think about it. You look at Alabama versus Oklahoma. I'm telling you, this. I feel like LSU can go over the 9.5 mark. Put it on my card. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it. Put it on my card. LSU's gonna go over 9.5 plus money line. I don't know, dude. It definitely seems like LSU's probably the best team in college football.
Yeah. I am going to take LSU minus 10, and I'm also going to take Ohio State plus 2. I'm going to roll with the Big Ten until we're out. 100% Big Ten. Ohio State's going to win this game in a blowout. Clemson sucks. Ohio State.
Clemson, dude, I don't know, dude.
Clemson hasn't played it. Yeah, exactly. We don't know, but I think Ohio State is much better of a team.
Trevor Lawrence is a pretty good quarterback. If you think about it, during the Elite 11 competition, Trevor Lawrence came in ranked number 1.
Yeah.
Justin Fields beat him. You don't think Trevor Lawrence has something against that? That's Elite 11's a pretty big deal, dude.
I love Ohio State in the game. We're going to talk a little college football, or more college football. We got some bowl games. Actually, just one game we need to talk about, because bowl games are quite a ways from now. Illinois did get a bowl game against Cal, but that's kind of exciting. But in other news, Army at Navy. It's Saturday. Navy's favored 10.5. Yeah, Navy is actually ranked 23rd. They're favored 10.5 points. The over/under set at 40.5. I'm gonna take the over. Let's just have a good time. Yeah, we can put that on my card. Navy over 40.5. Yeah.
I agree. I will also put them at the over. Navy, phenomenal team. They always have a great team, especially in the running back core. Army has been they've been better this year, but they've typically been a struggling program. Ultimately, this is gonna be a fun game. Philadelphia's gonna have a great game or a great time watching this game.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely say Navy is definitely someone we're gonna have to look out for in terms of this. Honestly, I feel like this is just gonna be a blowout for Navy. But at the same time, Army I think is gonna score more than they typically do. So definitely going the over on this. Ultimately, gonna be a fun game. One of the best college atmospheres there is. Not much more to say. Yeah,
and we might not have mentioned, if you weren't in the last podcast, we go to Illinois State. Illinois State is playing North Dakota State on ESPN, 11 a.m. Central Time. It's going to be electric. Illinois State is coming off a 24-14 win over Central Arkansas. North Dakota State played us in the season before.
Family night.
Yeah, family night. We got blown out.
Family to that game.
Yeah, we got blown out. Not a good game. But there's no spread out for this game yet, which is really disappointing. I'd like to know. Yeah. We kind of made our own. We said 21 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Illinois State plus. Yeah, and Andrew liked North Dakota State by 21 and a half.
I also did like North Dakota State.
All right, I'm going to take Illinois State in the points, 21.
I have the utmost respect for you for taking that. I'm glad you're putting this on your record.
Yeah,
if this happens, if Illinois State even wins too, that means a lot. Thank you, Seth, for taking one for the team. Dude, ultimately with the SCS, North Dakota State's been a powerhouse throughout this entire time. I mean, ultimately, I personally believe it's just going to come down to James Madison versus North Dakota State in the finals.
Yeah.
Illinois State will be a challenge, though. They've played each other before. They've seen film. They know what they're going against. This is a good team. However, ultimately, I feel like this is North Dakota State's game to choke on. I feel like after they go against Illinois State, they're going to end up going, I believe, against either Montana or Weber State.
It's Austin Peay and Montana State after Illinois.
Okay. But either way, like, Austin Peay's first time being in the playoffs, and Montana State, like, Montana's better than Montana State. Let's be real. That's, like, just kind of how it is within, like, football in Montana. So, ultimately, I feel like if North Dakota State's going to lose, it's going to have to be this game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, UNI is still in it, so MVC is still alive. We like that.
True.
So let's go to the college basketball scene. Yeah, so college basketball, we obviously some live scores. Penn State's going to win this game. They're up. Well, actually, don't count them out yet because Illinois has blown it. They're up 7 right now. But let's go on to the Butler. Oh, never mind. That game started.
Hey, Texas Tech is beating #1 Louisville right now.
Oh,
at Louisville.
Yeah, by 14. That's crazy. So that is nuts. We can talk.
Butler just started.
Yeah, so that game. You have any pick on that before it ends?
Well, before it ends.
I loved Baylor in that game, but
it's 11-5 against.
Yeah, I liked Baylor in this game, but I'm not gonna put on my card. It started, so yeah. So we'll go to the next game, which is Northern Iowa.
That started.
Oh yeah. Okay. Michigan at Illinois is tomorrow, or Wednesday night.
Michigan.
No, Illinois outright. Illinois outright.
Oh my God.
Take them outright.
Oh my God.
Make some money. You got to take Illinois outright in this game. Champagne's gonna be rocking, coming off a big win in Maryland.
Almost.
Yeah, I understand. Give me Illinois in the spread once that comes out. I don't know what the number is. I don't care what it is. That is going to...
Michigan's such a good school in terms of basketball. Plus, Juwan Howard at coaching. Oh, my God. Like, Michigan's a team to look out for, honestly, in my opinion.
For sure. But Illinois outright in that game. Next game is Iowa at Iowa State. Obviously, 2 in-state rival schools. Who do you like?
Iowa's actually looking pretty impressive. Iowa State actually almost, like, they were down to NIU, whose program has been hot garbage. I'm personally from around the area. So, once I figure out that you're about to lose to NIU in the game, that tells me that your team is pretty dog shit. Honestly, whew. However, the thing about Iowa State, they are the basketball school in Iowa. Always have been. I think they always will be, but Iowa's got some great recruits coming out of there. Honestly, this game's pretty much a toss-up. I'm going to honestly just say, it is at Iowa State, correct?
Correct.
I definitely think that this one's for my dad as well as some people that I know that go to Iowa State. We're just gonna pick Iowa State on this one. Shout out to you guys.
I like Iowa because they're Big Ten, but other than that, the next game we have is Oregon at Michigan at 11 a.m.
You forgot Portland Bible versus Portland State.
Yeah, definitely. Oregon at Michigan. It's Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, my bad. Michigan again, dude.
Yeah, I like Michigan in this game too. After they're coming off a big loss to Illinois.
Pac-12 basketball, the only school that you can consider talking to me about is Arizona.
Yeah. So next game, we all agree Michigan in that one. Memphis at Tennessee. Tennessee's at home. They're 5-0 at home, and Memphis is 1-0 away. I like Memphis in this game too.
I like Memphis as well.
Yeah, so last game we have is Gonzaga at Arizona. It's going to be a 9 o'clock game. I love Arizona in this game because they're home, and Illinois got blown out by Arizona. Kind of kept it close, but that's why Arizona's going to win this game.
You're comparing it to Illinois, dude.
Yes, Arizona.
Be real.
Arizona.
Be real.
Yeah, Gonzaga sucks. I hate Gonzaga. We're picking... Yes, they do.
Gonzaga is capable of being in the Pac-12. Let's just be real on that.
No, Gonzaga sucks. Take Arizona in this game.
Take Zaga. Listen to me. Seth doesn't know what he's talking about. Anyways, all right.
So that wraps up college basketball. You won't have any NBA games? I saw one Wednesday night. We have Clippers at Raptors. Clippers kind of suck.
That's interesting.
But the Raptors are still good without Kawhi. I like Raptors in this game. Raptors are 9-2 at home. I'm gonna take the Raptors in the points. Whatever the spread is, it's not updated yet, but I like the Raptors and the points in this game.
Hold on, can we also talk about how the Warriors are the team in basketball right now? Or, like, I think they're second to worst.
I'm not surprised. I hate the Warriors, so I'm...
I mean, the Warriors are coming off from being phenomenal in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, we all know why. I mean, you lost all your star power. I love it. I love it.
Dude, the Kings and the Suns have a chance now. Like, the fact that I'm saying that right now, everyone thinks I'm on crack. They're literally... The Suns are at the 8th seed.
No, Suns are good.
They're at the 9th seed.
Yeah.
Kings have been actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
They've been pretty hot. Upsetting a lot of teams. Suns, pretty good. Devin Booker's still putting the ball in. Will he re-sign? No idea. But ultimately, I don't know, dude. It's kind of a toss-up with them. I just wanted to say that the Suns and the Kings are hot. Don't sleep on them. We do have, we know somebody that did bet against the Kings and ultimately failed twice.
Yeah.
So...
next game is 76ers at the Celtics. I love the Celtics. They are very good. I love the Celtics in this game. They're playing at home. They're 10-0 at home. 76ers are 5-7 away. Love the Celtics in this game. They're not losing this game. Celtics win at home again. They're going to be 11-0.
With that. Celtics over 76ers. 76ers are just a lot of hype.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna make the playoffs. No shit. But.
So yeah, last game I have on the slate is Lakers at the Heat on Saturday night or Friday night. Excuse me. The Heat are 10-0 at home, and the Lakers are 11-1 on the road. Who do you like in this game?
I definitely feel like the Lakers, honestly. The Lakers just have too much star power and too many good players. Better record, too. Harder conference as well.
Sure.
Like Tyler Hero, pretty good player. Jimmy Butler's not really going to do much, but, like, let's face it, they don't really have a big man to go against Anthony Davis. So I feel like Anthony Davis is going to have a really good game.
Yeah. This game's still tough. I'm a LeBron fan, so I think I'll take the Lakers in this game as well. It's going to be on ESPN Friday night. That's going to...
Those guys.
Yeah. That's going to do it for episode 2. A little bit longer than what we were looking for. But, yeah, it was a good show. We'll have Andrew on next time for sure.
Follow me on TikTok. Yep. It's just my name, Benji. I guess. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Don't do that. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel, and comment.
Follow me on TikTok. I guarantee you, my content is better than this. I'm joking, but yeah. Ultimately, TikTok God. Yeah. Continue.
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next week with Andrew.